And we'll see if they're able to do that. Starting on Romanticide LE, we're in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming down from Russia as well. He is currently teamless. He is MilkiCow.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the French Zerg player. He is blue, representing Gamer's Origin. It is Stephano.
Fresh out of work.
Yeah. Stephano, now a working man, playing StarCraft in his off time.
I can tell which is work and which is off time at that point. We'll kind of converge together.
And I do apologize, as I am very unfamiliar with MilkiCow. I've seen him in brackets, I've seen him in tournaments, but I have not seen much of his play.
I'm pretty much the same way. I have not seen a lot of MilkiCow's play, and haven't been able to catch up on a lot of these past days of group stage as well. But I will say, I heard about the sad tale of MilkiCow's Duke.
Tell the tale, mate.
He had a nuke. And it landed on his own army. That's about as much detail as I can remember.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Hopefully we don't have another MilkiCow nuke here in this game or in this series. Hopefully he may even have some PTSD and just will never make a nuke again. I don't know. We'll find out here.
Reverse solar there.
It's possible. It's possible. Aye. Meanwhile, yeah, MilkiCow also has a very interesting name. I would love to know the story behind it. Like, does he own a cow? Is he on a farm? Does he want a cow? Is he lactose intolerant?
They lose a bet?
They lose a bet? These are the answers we need. The questions we need answered.
We need a private eye on the case.
And I mean, I know there are a couple people in the chat talking about it. I would have loved to have seen Milk and Cookies cast MilkiCow. I think it would have been a great meme, but at the same time, you know, like, Yaku, you're not going to be here with us for the entire night. Like, I feel like we need as much Yaku as we can get.
Pick the right time.
Exactly. Just don't moo during the broadcast.
Damn it. Let's get ready for that. Oh. We'll be getting a bit of pause here from MilkiCow.
That we are. Hope everything is okay. Whether it's ping related issues, PC issues, or I don't know, maybe his Uber Eats just came and knocked on the door.
Well, I appreciate that he paused to get Uber Eats instead of just giving up the first game.
Instead of leaving the game. God. For those wondering what the hell we're on about, as we are getting back into said game, I believe we are not refs. Okay, sweet. All good. Yeah. There was an ESL opening up Asia that we casted featuring Patience, the Protoss player, and there was a game. There was a series that he was playing in where he was winning the series. He was winning the game, and then he left.
If he won the game, he would have advanced.
Yeah, it was crazy. He left randomly, and we're like, what happened? There was nothing going on. And afterwards, after a bit of a delay, in the lobby chat, he's like, oh, sorry, there was someone at the door. Like, like food came, and I'm like, mate, pause is a thing. You can pause. It's fine. Like, oh my God. Shaking my head, mate.
But it's glad to see that MilkiCow has learned.
He hasn't made the same
We actually
mistakes.
don't even know if that's the issue. Could be a hockey thing.
It's true. It could have been.
But that's the narrative I'm going with.
Good, my God. Meanwhile, shout out to the people in the chat informing us a little bit, saying that MilkiCow, you know, he may not have had any amazing results so far. He always puts up a fight. He always tries to make his opponents work for it at least. So yeah, thank you for that. Again, just trying to be a little bit transparent here with our knowledge on some of these players, and we'll see how this turns out. Again, we could be in for a longer one. We are on Romanticide of all maps here, and we'll see how this ZVT shapes up.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for the map to become split, for both players to just start mining each other out. But MilkiCow is looking to get a lot of damage done before that. That is a 2-on-1.
That it is. It was also a fast start CC before Starport as well.
Hellions as well. Interesting variant.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. He didn't overcommit to the Hellions, only 2 Hellions so far. Obviously this means that he can't really stem the creep spread, which is worrisome, especially because Stephano has so many queens. That creep spread is going to be getting out of control. But again, MilkiCow is working on that 2-on-1 push with that stim.
You see a second medevac. There we go. Is producing it. Yeah, just a very interesting variant of 2-on-1 coming out from MilkiCow. Kind of economic, but also he got 2 Hellions earlier on to have a little bit of map presence. He's actually going for double factory as well.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, whoa, okay. An armory. I love the armory because it does mean that he can transform these Hellions into Hellbats to support his stim push. He has to make sure he doesn't lose those Hellions. But I imagine, okay, interesting. So he's going to hit before too many Hellions really come in. Oh my god, never mind. Widow Mines? Okay.
Huh.
Sure. Why not? Let's go.
By any means. He's still dedicating a lot to his marine upgrades.
That he is.
Widow Mines, pretty quick and cheap way to get a bit of an anchor early on.
Definitely. I love going Widow Mines here, especially against Ling Bane, especially against Ling Bane Muta. We'll see if that's where Stephano decides to go with his tech path. Meanwhile, he has plenty of queens and lings here so far to defend against these marines. Ooh, nice snipe there on the tumor.
Kiting. Yeah, really good. Very nice kiting coming out from MilkiCow as well. The minute he sees that there are too many queens to handle, backs away, tries to get... He gets a couple of them out of position and does start putting the hurt on them. How do you say they
I have no idea.
Take the long way around. They have walled out of the natural base. That's what they are.
Ah, yes. Because they were building the... Okay, I was confused for a minute. I was like, what?
That's happened too. I feel like that's happened to every Terran player at least once.
It does tend to happen. Oh, God. Meanwhile, again, MilkiCow does reinforce his army, but now there are Banelings coming in. Baneling's speed is on the way. Oh!
Decent connection there, but MilkiCow is able to evacuate the majority of his Marines. Will go to a different position and start clearing out creep once again. Stephano is being very diligent with his creep threat, though.
Exactly. I mean, it's Stephano we're talking about, and look at all these queens. I don't believe any of them have gone down yet this game, and that's what I was a little bit worried about because of the opening, because of the lack of Hellions early on. This creep thread can get out of control. We do see a bit of a drop though. Finally, those Widow Mines are coming into play here. It's nicely lined up with Drilling Claws as well.
Let's go for the Widow Mine drop 2. Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Plenty of potential to get some drone damage, but not if Stephano is quick on evacuation like that.
Exactly, that he was. Meanwhile, we do have another drop here towards the south, headed towards that that main base. So far, Stephano hasn't reacted to it, so he may miss it. Oh, never mind, he goes for the third. Goes for both.
Which may or may not work out for him. He's getting a couple of drone kills here and there, just really taxing the multitasking of Stephano that already spores, but the mine rearms! Is able to take, what, 9 drones before being taken out?
Oh, Jesus.
Well worth it for MilkiCow.
In the end, all the Widow Mines do get cleaned up, but they were able to find at least some damage, pull Stephano back, pull all the queens back as well. So again, does delay that creep spread even a little bit. Despite it, it does matter. And yo, MilkiCow is not stopping.
He really is not. More and more drones go down as he's just building up a nigh unstoppable army back home. I'm really liking this for MilkiCow. I feel like it's been quite some time since I saw a player who wasn't like Time or Maru go for a mass raft style like this.
I was about to say, if you remember, it was like early last year maybe, where Time, Bjorn, Dream as well, they were doing this just constant Widow Mine drops throughout the entire game. They just wouldn't stop. It fell out of fashion after like a month or so, but there was a period where that's all they did in this matchup.
Oh, it pretty much is. And of course, Time and Maru nowadays do pull off that tactic every now and then, but nowhere near as consistently as they used to.
Yeah, I will always remember that it was during the time of the ESL Dare Cups, and Caesar did that to Demi, and it was terrible. It was disgusting. Yep. Demi just could not keep up. Oh god.
I can imagine Caesar credited Time after that for inspiration, but I actually don't remember.
Yeah, it was one of them. Maybe Dream at the time, but yeah. We do see MilkiCow now whipping it out a little bit here. Obviously, it looks like he is stopping the Widow Mine drops for now. Now focusing on reinforcing his army. This army still doesn't feel too large, though. I say that the supply gap is actually starting to increase.
It absolutely is. A lot of supply from MilkiCow and then drops a back home. Oh, a little unfortunate there. When it comes to the evacuation, a very good connection of Banelings with Stephano.
That they were, but in the end, it looks like these drops will be cleaned up. But again, MilkiCow, his macro just doesn't stop. Oh my god, there are so many Widow Mines with this, and I thought the drops were over, but mate, they just keep on going.
This is the advantage of getting this many Widow Mines.
Yeah, I have to
You can't
wonder.
have all of them on the front line.
I have to wonder if Stephano was active when this was like actually popular in the meta last year. Like again, I don't know if he's used to this. He's again like over time, damage will be done. Oh my god, the Maverick gets taken out.
But is that going to be enough? A lot of mines do connect with mostly Zerglings. Not the ideal target here. You really want them to be connected with Banelings, but decent damage nonetheless. And MilkiCow's continuing attacks the multitasking of Stephano here, but we're getting to the point where Stephano has the supply to spare to just split up his army.
Yeah,
and deal with these drops.
I'm getting worried because again, these drops they have to get damage done, right? It's like at a certain point, like if you're just sending drops out and they're just dying without getting barely any worker damage, then Stephano will just get further and further ahead, and that's what it kind of feels like at the moment. It feels like Stephano has been able to really nicely deal with all these drops. Oof.
Yeah, it's very much either. Oh, that's a good middle mine hit. But it's definitely either you get damage out of the drops, or you use the drops, or you use a very like non-committal drop to distract your opponent's army long enough to go into the main push. But MilkiCow has pretty much gone 50-50, you know, attacking the north side of the map with half his army, attacking the south side with the other half.
Yeah, but Stephano, he just hasn't skipped a beat here. He's been able to split up his army nicely, able to deal or keep up with MilkiCow. Oh my god, the Baneling connections.
Yeah, finally Stephano started to turn the tables. MilkiCow's a player who can't really keep up with the multitasking.
Oh god, but this isn't deterring. Yeah, this isn't deterring MilkiCow. He is pushing on forward. He wants to try and get denial on this base.
Oh, that friendly fire hurts my soul. I gotta tell you, Light, as a fellow Terran player.
Oh god, I fully understand. Meanwhile, Bailey run by does connect, almost takes out the planetary, but oh my god, the repairs are good enough. He keeps the planetary alive.
A full surround of SCVs is going to be just enough to keep that planetary going. Not losing too many SCVs either to the Banelings.
Yeah. That was a big loss for Stephano. That was a massive investment of Banelings. He didn't get the workers, he didn't get the base, he didn't get anything there. My god. But as time went on, you know, Stephano, he has his hive, he has his ultras.
He does. He's not quite at the point where he has enough of a bank to start throwing the Lingbane at MilkiCow until something breaks, but he's definitely getting there. He spent most of his gas bank earlier on to just remake these Banelings and get these ultras out.
That he
so
has.
There's definitely a window for MilkiCow.
Yeah, and you know what? Stephano, he even has his Spire, he's working his upgrades, he's getting ready to go into Corruptors if need be. Meanwhile, we do see MilkiCow trying to push up here, but again, the Widowmine shots, they're just not getting the connections they need.
Yeah, a lot of them do connect with the Queens earlier on, but thanks to the Cookhouse of Shells, a lot of Banelings don't connect with the bio either. Finally, Stephano is getting some SCV damage done. Is it going to be enough?
Oh my god, we'll see. He actually forces a cancel on this 5th base here of MilkiCow. MilkiCow forced back home. Meanwhile, he was trying to drop again with those Widow Mines, but I'm just so impressed. Stephano, he's just been able to keep up every single time.
Yeah, it looked very shaky for him at the start of this game, but now as time has gone on, as Stephano has been able to defend against the initial couple of waves, he has gotten so comfortable economically. And now he is getting to the point where he can start throwing some of his supply away.
Exactly.
We're in the gas count.
Like, it's one of those things that you just mentioned where Stephano, finally he's been able to deal some economic damage. He was able to deny base, get a kill on this planetary, and now he's got so much momentum going his way. He's even trying to get on top of the army.
Oh, some really key Baneling connections over there, on top of a decent amount of Widow Mines, as well as a good chunk of the Marines. The Ultralists have nothing to fear anymore. There's just not enough Marauders, there's no Liberators or anything.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, there aren't any Banelings left, but there's just barely any bio remaining here, as the Lings and the Ultras, they just wreak havoc in the 3rd base of MilkiCow. Mate, look at how many workers went down.
GG is called, and Stephano takes game number 1. As work was good for him. Warmed him up.
Yeah, I guess it did. GG, well played. I loved how active MilkiCow was being and bringing back that mass Widowmine drop style. Again, it's been months since I've seen anyone do that, but it was really great to see him whip that out. But as we saw, like Stephano, he was able to keep up. Like those Widowmine drops, usually we see them kind of like start to snowball, you know, and as you pull and tax your opponent's attention, but that didn't happen at all to Stephano.
Yeah, again, he looked a little bit shaky at the start, but once he knew what was coming his way, he just reacted accordingly, was able to defend the next couple of waves that MilkiCow sent his way, and was sitting pretty on a massive stack of mineral income, and I think he eventually got a rich Vespine base as well. And
yeah,
just going back to the Widowmines for a little bit there, MilkiCow, I appreciate this mass mine style. You definitely need a lot more mines than tanks if you're going to be using it as a form of AoE, but I almost feel like MilkiCow went for a little bit of quantity over quality, if you will. Like, I didn't feel like he was comfortable enough to unborrow and reborrow the mines or target down key units, which, to be fair, is very hard to do. It's a very taxing kind of thing, especially when you're going for a big multi-prong style like this. But yeah, once those Widow Mines fired a shot, that's basically them out of commission for quite some time.
Yeah, and again, Stephano was very on top of just shutting down those Widow Mines, right? And just focusing them down and not allowing them to get more than one shot off, if even that.
But we might see something a little bit different coming out this time. Again, my eyes are very much on MilkiCow. I want to know how he plays. I wouldn't be opposed to him going for this mass style once again, but yeah, just hopefully he is able to find more opportunity in Romanticide.
Yeah, what I will say about that style is that I do like it on Romanticide because it's so large, you know, and it can take a while for your opponent to counterattack after they deal with the Widow Mines. But on a smaller map, like, it feels a lot more risky to do that. We'll see if 2000 Atmospheres is a map that he feels comfortable going for those Widow Mines, but we'll see if he switches things up.
That we shall. Meanwhile, over here on 2000 Atmospheres, here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the Blue Zerg player representing France. He is going to be playing for Gamers Origin. He is Stephano.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres, LE, we have the Russian Terran. He's red, representing himself. It is MilkiCow.
I hope you're proud of me. It took everything I had to not say Stephano in a bad French accent.
Oh no. God damn it, Yaku. This is why we don't cast EU events. This is oh god. But yeah, very impressive play, honestly, by Stephano. Like, his creep spread, like his multitasking, it was all just so solid there in game one. Not just that, but he was also teching up. I see some people pointing out in the chat. We did briefly mention it, but yeah, he was getting ready to go into Corruptors, into potentially Broodlords if the game went on long enough. Clearly it didn't, but he was getting ready for it.
Ultras, it's all you need.
Exactly.
At least against mine heavy style like MilkiCow went for.
Yeah. Again, I don't think we're gonna see that again from MilkiCow, but I could be surprised. It's also one of those things where maybe the chat can help us out. Is MilkiCow, is he one to go mech? Is it in him to do so in this matchup? Personally, I hope not. But and I guess if there was a map to go mech on, it would have been Romanticide. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with his style here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's a good sign of the games to come.
Very true, very true.
But for now, both players just not being overly aggressive.
Yeah, so far everything is pretty standard. A bit of a 1-1 opening. I wouldn't be surprised if MilkiCow goes for his third CC before Starport like he did in the previous game. He did not skip his Reaper, does send that across the map, trying to find whatever damage he can.
And he's just chipping away at these links, keeping Stephano on his toes, making sure he can't be as comfortable getting to the next phase as possible.
How do you will? I would also personally appreciate if he didn't go for that drop heavy style, just because I was myself struggling to keep up with it as an observer. I didn't notice that I missed one, and it didn't help that I was trying to point it out in the cast, but Stephano had a bunch of changelings on the top right hand side of the map, a bunch of like changeling marines, and every single time I was like, yo, was that a drop? Nah, it's just goddamn changelings. Like, god damn it. I just keep seeing red dots on the minimap.
Yeah, it shows up on the opponent's color, which is a neat little feature, let's say.
Is it neat? Is it really?
I mean, you know, some of those details. Question mark.
Did he misplace his CC and or did he just accidentally lift it up? What just happened there?
Like, well, one or the other. Well, the CC was lifted. That's
yeah.
all we really need to know. Another pseudo 2-on-1 coming up from MilkiCow.
Yeah, there's that faster CC, there's that second rack, so this may be indicative that he's going to go for the same style again, or just a different variant.
Yeah, just at Starport once again. How are we feeling on 2-on-1 on 2000 Atmospheres Light? I feel like there's a lot of choke points if MilkiCow wants a kite to them, but at the same time, Stephano has to be aware of that, right? He's probably going to be spreading out his creep, kind of neglecting it towards the east side of his bases though.
Yeah, he definitely is, which is a little bit worrisome. This is like a prime location for that 2-on-1 2 hits once it does come out. So yeah, I do think that it may fare a little bit better on a map like 2000 Atmospheres. Again, it's a little bit smaller, you know, it does hit a little bit harder as a result. So I do like his chances a little bit better here. And oh my, Stephano going for roaches.
He is completely caught up on the meta, ain't he, Light?
Quote unquote, mate. I mean,
quote unquote.
Like,
quote unquote caught up, quote unquote meta.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are hoping that, you know, Rogue versus Maru doesn't, you know, have an impact on the meta and actually, you know, promotes Roach Ravager more against Terran. Like, no one wants that. Everyone, we love Lingbane Muta, or just Lingbane in general against Spire. Like, don't take that away from us.
I think overall Zerg players have also kind of decided, yeah, that Roach Cell is effective, but you have to be so aggressive with it. You're on Roaches for such a long time, you can't transition for a while. A lot of them just don't really like going for it and do prefer the Lingbane style, but Stephano more than willing to break it out at least once in the best of series.
Well, I mean, to be fair, specifically when it comes to Stephano, Roaches kind of made his career.
He was really the first player to realize, oh, if I just max out on Roaches faster than everyone else.
Yeah. We're talking about like, yo, did Stephano watch GSL? It's like, mate, did Rogue watch Stephano and then get inspired by him for his own GSL run, right? Like, this is Stephano's bread and butter, and so far I don't believe this has been scouted. MilkiCow has no idea that this Roach heavy composition is going to be coming his way.
That he does not. He has not seen the Roach Warren. He has no idea that Stephano is getting +1 range, more and more Roaches. It's getting popped out, and honestly, Roaches, I mean, we talked a little bit about how if you want to go for an aggressive style with them, it really starves out the Terran player, but they are a pretty good defensive unit as well against a drop heavy marine style like this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, Roaches do so well. They have been revealed to MilkiCow, and he's gonna be just forced back. Like, Hellbats are gonna do nothing here against Roach Ravager.
The Constitution has just about finished up, and Stephano is looking to press the advantage.
Yeah, exactly. 1-1 is about to finish up as well. This is a beautiful timing for Stephano. He pushes away the army and counterattacks all with the same move. And now MilkiCow is on the back foot. He doesn't have any tanks, doesn't have any Banshees, no Libs, nothing in the sky, only Bio and Widow Mines.
Oh, nice split there right in for him. Stephano could have taken the 3 mines to the face, but only takes 1, and now he is pushing in again. The only question I had as Stephano was pushing out, where's the tank? Now it's out. But it is far too late. GG is called. Stephano takes it.